All right, so we found this guy here walking down the side of the road today. You can see he's, we think he's still an Alabama fan. He was lamenting his loss driving down the side of the road. Bobby Coleman happens to also be our Fox rep. He's gonna tell us a little bit about this Blackwidow Limited we've got here. Bobby, let's check this thing out. So, obviously the paint job. Automatically, your eyes are drawn to the paint job. Tell us what's special about that.
This is, we strictly use PPG product. This is a color called Bordello that we came up with them with. It is a matte paint job, meaning that we have painted the whole truck. We've taken the bed off, the doors off, we've painted door jambs, taken the hood off, painted underneath the hood. The only thing not painted on this truck is the inside of the fender well. So a lot of times when you see one of our painted trucks, it'll be a black truck because we can't get up inside that fender well where all the, lines and electronics and all that other stuff is. So, but needless to say, we paint the whole truck. It is sprayed with a new color, and then we go over it with a matte clear coat instead of like a clear on a Corvette or something like that that's shiny. This is a matte clear, so it's still got a clear on it, but it's just flat. So it gives it that look like you're seeing on a lot of the Mercedes and BMWs and stuff.
And that's unique to the Limited package?
It is unique. We only do this color on a Limited. We do number them, so it is specific to this vehicle.
I think this one's number 22.
Yes.
Is that right?
Exactly
yeah, right there on the tailgate.
Here. So if somebody comes to us and says, hey, we want a truck that's this color, well, the only way you can get it's like this, Blackwidow Limited. We're not going to put it on a, just a base level entry vehicle, to keep it separate. So.
Gotcha. Okay, tell us about the wheels and tires on this thing.
Wheels and tires. One of the things that makes us unique at Blackwidow is our wheels and tires. We use BF Goodwrench for the most part. Two reasons: we're based here in the South. We have one plant in Trussville, Alabama, and the other plant in North Georgia. BF Goodwrench tires are made in South Carolina or Tuscaloosa, so if we have an issue with them, they're there, they're close to us. We don't ever really have any issues with them other than alignment issues. Our wheel is made by the same people that make the fuel wheel, but it's our wheel. We own the tool, we own the casting and everything, so they make it for us. So you just can't go to Fuel's website or just buy these off the internet or anything like that. So it's made specifically for us.
So what size we got here? We got a 35, 12, 50, 22. So huge wheels and tires there. And good looking.
It's a 22 by 10 wheel. We used to use a 22 by 12, but they were so wide, even with a 6-inch lift on it, they were rubbing in the front end. And even with our engineering guys, we could not get them to clear. So we've narrowed the wheel up a little bit. So it gives you a better turning radius. You don't rub on the front, because a lot of times these guys, you'll see these SEMA builds and all these other crazy trucks that they're just not functional. This truck is made to drive every day.
Probably keep from spraying stuff all down the side of the truck too, right? Not sticking out here all the way.
Well, and you'll notice leading into that, one of the things we do, we make our own fender flares. This is our tool, our cast, our mold. We put this little right here on the front and the back, so it keeps the spray down just a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Trucks, it just makes just a little bit of difference, makes a huge difference in the end. So,
all right, so you probably all seen a Blackwidow truck driving down the road. We know it's got a lift kit, but Bobby, tell us about what separates this suspension-wise from a standard Blackwidow.
And this has got our Fox 2.5 shock on it, which is the nicest suspension that Fox offers to the general public for purchase. Obviously, Fox owns Blackwidow, so there are a lot of other shock options we have, but this is the nicest one we offer for sale at a dealership that is a true custom build. The reason it's a 2.5-inch shock is because the tube is 2.5 inches around. If you ever hear that terminology, 2.0, 1.5, 2.5, that's the size of the tube that the shock valve is in. This one has got a resi on it, so you can click it for high dampening and low speed dampening, meaning each corner is adjustable on this truck. So if you're hauling something heavy, then you can come back here, adjust this, it'll stiffen that shock up. If you want to go for on a date night or something like that, want to ride like a Cadillac, as best a truck can, you can come in here and adjust each corner to the suspension so it will plushen that ride up. So nobody else offers this in the market, that we're aware of. We've got our competitors, but they don't do it to this level of ability. So.
Gloss black door handles, I think that really offsets the matte paint job here as well. So let's take a look inside. You'll see when we open the door, power running boards. Tell us about those.
These are amp power steps. We've been doing business with these guys forever. They make a great product. It's plug and play. There's other competitors out there where you have to hardwire and put magnets on the doors and all that stuff, and that's just a pain in the rear. So these plug right into the OBD2 port plug. Very minimal wiring, so they work off the door switch. So once the door is open on either side, the running boards come down. They are lighted as well. There's a light under here that we make a little plastic adapter for, so it shines down a little bit better. There's also a puddle light right next to, and it's hard to see it during the day, but right under here that shines with our Blackwidow logo on it. So
we've also got their Blackwidow door sill plates there.
Plate just replaces the Chevrolet one, so it kind of has that blacked out look. This is our interior seat cover look with the red stitching. We also offer it with silver stitching, are the two options you can get, and we replace the center console pad as well. So
cool. Let's walk around the outside, talk about a few things that are maybe proprietary or specific to this truck. So Cade, come in here and let's take a look at that suspension we talked about in the back. Yeah. The front is even more impressive, looking at all the different color options there.
Yep. Now keep in mind, on a half-ton truck, you've got coil suspension in the front and you've got leaf springs in the back. So in the front, we replace the coil springs and the upper control arm as well. So it just makes it tougher, makes it take a better lick. You know, you're going down the road and you don't think about hitting the pothole on the freeway, which in Alabama is pretty common, at 80 miles an hour. The truck's got to be able to survive that, you know, and not break anything. So all that is engineered into it. So
hood vents here, are these functional?
Vents, yeah, these are functional hood vents.
Okay.
These have our Blackwidow logo on them. Again, something we make in-house that we can control the design of and the look. And if you want to put cold air intake or supercharge them, it does get heat off the motor.
All right, so one thing I noticed on the front end, this is not a stock Chevrolet grill. Yep. Chevrolet bow tie, but that is Blackwidow specific, right?
Yep. Unique to us, again, Andrew, is we make our own front grill replacement. We've got these fangs that we paint. We can paint them any color. On this particular model, we paint them red to kind of give it that Blackwidow theme look with the hourglass. Tow hooks are red from the factory, so
okay, cool.
So we don't have to mess with those, but this is full replacement. It does keep your camera and any sensors that were on the truck in place. So
all right, so talking about from the factory, let's walk around here and take a look at the window sticker. So this truck is built on the RST chassis here, 6.2 liter V8 from GM. We've got our addendum here we talk about in a lot of our videos. If you've got any questions on what the package is, these will always be in the window of the vehicle. The options total for the package on this Limited, $40,593. That is prior to any discounts we have, so check the website for final pricing on all of these. And appreciate your time. Thank you.